We have some breaking news here on Chicago Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham. The Bears have made a signing in NFL free agency, and it is Rasheem Green. ESPN's Adam Schefter breaking the news, saying that former Texans free agent defensive lineman Rasheem Green is signing a one-year deal with the Bears per source. So the Bears have gotten back involved in NFL free agency. They are adding Rasheem Green on a one-year contract. Don't have monetary details yet, but I would guess $3 million or less. I don't think this will be a big deal whatsoever. And to be frank, I like the move. I think it's a nice little addition here by Ryan Poles. You look at his numbers from last year, good rotation numbers. He can start or be a backup. 42 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. He had 8 quarterback hits, 2 pass breakups. I saw another stat from Brad Spielberger that over the last 2 years he has 60 pressures, so he's somebody who's able to get after the quarterback. And I think it's a quality addition because, again, I assume that this is not going to be a high figure. This is going to be a few million, $2, $3, $4 million bucks at most. Could even be a vet minimum type of deal, which means he wouldn't even count against your cap in all likelihood. So nice move. I don't think it's the defensive line is fixed now move, but I think once again it's a good value signing by Chicago. Grade the signing of Rasheem Green, type A, B, C, D, or F. Grade this move by the Chicago Bears and let us know how you feel about it in the comment section. Now, share this video on social media. Let's spread the word of Chicago Bears Now and of this video. And if you share this video on Twitter, a lot of you guys know the drill by now. Click the share button, or select the Twitter icon, then click post to Twitter. But before you send the tweet, tag me in it for a retweet at HGramNFL. I will retweet everybody who shares this. And the first 30 people that share it on Twitter, I will actually follow you back if I don't follow you already on Twitter. So it's a race to the first 30 shares. Everyone's going to get a retweet, but only the first 30 will get a follow back. Let's make it happen. Share this video on Twitter. Okay, you look at the defensive line depth chart. I think for now he plugs in as a starter at defensive end opposite of DeMarcus Walker, who of course can kick inside, and that's something Green can do as well. He's 279 pounds, so he's got that versatility to kick in there. Obviously, you still need more depth. You still need high-level players too. Rob, Travis Gibson, I think are decent backups as well, but you need some, long-term, big-time pass rushers. I still don't really think you have one of those guys yet, but you're getting more quality pieces, which is good. His PFF grades from last year were, kind of average, right? Low 60s on their grading scale, I would say is like right around average, so 62.4 overall. Run defense of 62.9 was a career high. Pass rush just under 60, so maybe that's a tick below average, but he's actually been a better pass rusher than run defender in his career, so he's got the ability to rush the passer. Ideally, he's a backup heavy rotation guy. For now, I'll pencil him in as a starter, but I don't think the Bears are done on the defensive line, whether that's in free agency, but especially in the draft. I think more moves are coming. This might be a position group that you don't rebuild the whole unit overnight. In fact, I don't think there's any chance that happens. I just think you need more pieces there, but I like the depth. I think it's another solid addition to this free agency period. Subscribe to the channel. Yesterday's video, we got 45 new subscribers. Can we top that number today? Let me know by subscribing. Prove it to us. Let's get more than 45 subscribers on the channel for today's show. So hit that sub button. Daily videos, news, rumors, free agency, draft coverage, all coming at you here on Chicago Bears Now. Now, are the Bears done? Could they still get some other quality vets in free agency? I think Yannick Ngakoue is still a player I'm very interested in. He's going to cost more than a Rasheem Green, so, maybe they're just not willing to meet whatever his price tag is. Jadeveon Clowney's still out there. Leonard Floyd, who, again, we've talked about a scheme maybe not being an ideal fit. He's been more of a 3-4 guy, but he's still available. Frank Clark is still out there as a 4-3 guy. Bud Dupree has played more 3-4 than 4-3, but his frame would suggest he can play in both systems as well, so we'll have to see where he ends up landing. The point is there's still guys out there, and this defensive line still needs help. I would sign another veteran pass rusher, ideally Yannick Ngakoue, and then add pieces in the draft. That's how I would address this. Trenches on both sides need a lot of work, but still on that defensive line especially. I like the Billings addition. I like DeMarcus Walker. I think Rasheem Green's a solid addition, but at the end of the day, you're not close to having a top-tier defensive line. I mean, you need more dudes. There's simply no doubt about it. I think the Bears recognize that, and they'll continue to plug away as things go along here. Do the Bears need more D-line help? Do you agree with me? If you do, type Y for yes. If not, if you think this group is in pretty good shape, type in for no. I definitely think there's more moves to come this offseason and next. Let me know how you guys feel. Y for yes if you do think they need more help, or in for no if you don't think they need more help. So just kind of circle back to what this team has done in free agency. They've certainly made a lot of moves, bringing Kari Blasingame back at fullback on a 2-year deal. I like that, as he was a big part of the running game a year ago. TJ Edwards, still one of the best value signings for my money in free agency. 3 years, $19.5 million. He's going to play that will linebacker spot. Nate Davis going to play probably right guard, which means Tevin Jenkins will probably kick over to left guard. 3 years, $30 million to help protect Justin Fields. Tremaine Edmunds was kind of the big splash. 4 years, $72 million, $50 million guaranteed. Matt Eberflus saying he will likely settle in at middle linebacker. DeMarcus Walker with that 3-year, $21 million deal, had 7 sacks last year. Hopefully he and Rasheem Green are able to rush the passer this year. Travis Homer is a scat back, 2 years, $4.5 million. PJ Walker gets a 2-year deal up to $5 million. Andrew Billings going to play some of that one tech, 1 year, $3.5 million, 2.4 in guaranteed money. And then of course they also just brought in Rasheem Green, also added Deontay Foreman, as well as Robert Tonyan. So they've made some moves. I mean, they've been busy throughout free agency. It's certainly been slower as of late, but Chicago has certainly made moves. And I think what they've done really well is they have found value, right? Like, they've had a couple of big signings, of course, but once we see the numbers, we'll know for sure. But this is going to be one of those good value signings where it's not going to cost a lot. He's going to give you some quality snaps, some good production. I like that. Deontay Foreman on $3 million deal. I like that. Robert Tonyan is a good value signing as well as a number 2, good red zone weapon. They have not broken the bank, and they've stayed flexible. Even on the Tremaine Edmunds deal, the second year of that contract has the most money on it. So, year 3 and 4, they can really get out of that deal if they really wanted to. They're staying flexible down the road as well, as they choose to kind of be, specific in how they want to build this roster and not just throw crazy contracts around to put themselves at a bad spot down the road. They want to keep that flexibility. There's no doubt about it. All right, grade the Bears free agency moves so far. Scale it from 1 to 100, 1 being it's terrible. It's the worst offseason you've ever seen, 100 being you could not love it more. I'm in like an 80, 85. I'm a fan of what they've done. I think they've been smart in how they've spent their money. So yeah, I'd give it a solid BB plus, somewhere in the 80s. So let me know how you would grade the Bears free agency moves so far. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Remember, share this video on social media and on Twitter. I will retweet you. I will follow back the first 30 people that do share this video, so be on the lookout for that. Tag me in those shares at HGramNFL. We'll see you guys soon here on Chicago Bears Now.